up, world? It's your boy DJ Whiplash, and today's date is August 13th, 2010, and I got some really exciting news. Basically, the CDJ 2000s and the CDJ 900s just went native with Serato. Okay, what this basically means, for those of you who don't know what native is that the CDJ now controls Serato without a need of a timecode disc. If you watch, I'm going to press eject on the CDJ. There's no disc. At the same time, you don't even need to use the RCA cables plugged into the mixer. See what I'm saying? Because you're going straight from USB. See the back of the CDJ? The USB cable. Boom. Straight into either your laptop or a USB hub. Now, I have a MacBook Pro, so I need 3 USB hubs, but MacBooks only come with 2. So I had to get a little USB splitter thing. Now, it doesn't have to be powered. It works fine if it's not powered. Doesn't matter. And basically, what it does is it lets you manipulate everything on the screen from your CDJ. Notice me using the scroll wheel to scroll through the crates. Find a crate that I want or a song that I want, and I click it, and it loads. Now, it's multi-directional, which basically means that the song, I get all the info right here, all the track info that you see right there, I'll get right here on the CDJ. I get the name of the track, everything. So now I'm going to show you how to wire it up. Okay, first things first, you need to make sure that your firmware on your CDJ is up to date. It has to be firmware 3.1 or higher. The way you'll notice is when you turn on your CDJ, right here at the bottom corner, it should come up. I have version 3.10. Right? Okay, so that's the firmware that you need. Second, you're going to need Serato. Right? Make sure your Serato's up to date by going right here. And I have Serato version, you can see that, Serato version 2.10. Okay, so you need Serato 2.1, you need CDJ firmware 3.1, and basically that lets them speak to each other. Okay, now the way this works is you take your standard USB like printer cable, has a big little square on one end, and then it has, you know, the regular USB on the other. You plug it in to the CDJ. Make sure it goes in the right way. Right here into your USB. Okay, now you don't need to plug these in. There's no need for RCA cables. You can disconnect those because you're going through USB, which sends data. So, goodbye RCAs. Boom. Okay, RCAs are gone. And now, you take the other end of the USB cable. Now, hold on, I'm trying to do this with one hand. For you Mac users, you already know the dilemma we got. We have 2 USB ports. I know, kind of sucks. So you're gonna have to get a USB hub. Like I said before, it doesn't have to be powered. It's just a regular standard USB hub, right? So I can get a couple more ports. You pick a port, basically. This is difficult. Okay. Boom. Put it in the port, right? And you're pretty much ready to go. Take your other CDJ, CDJ numero 2, right here. Just come over here and put it in another port. Let's say that front one, just to be cool. Okay. Boom. So I put it in one port, 2 ports. CDJ 1, CDJ 2. Alright. Hooked it up straight to USB. Now, I'm going to turn the CDJ around. You are going to need either a 57 or a Serato box, which is an SL1 or an SL3. Doesn't really matter, because people think that, oh, well, this is going to control it, so it's going to let you play on Serato. No. This line right here, this one USB, goes straight into my Serato right there. Now, the reason you need the Serato is because it's a dongle, basically. Like, it needs to know that you actually purchased Serato and you just didn't download the software and started using it. So you need actual hardware to prove, kind of like Pro Tools. Actually, exactly like Pro Tools. So okay, this is how you do it. You have to go into your utilities, number one, because people hook it up and then they're like, all right, well, yeah, I just hit the link system and hit link, and oh, we're gonna sit here for 5 hours figuring out why it doesn't work. Okay, this is what you have to do. All right, cancel that. Go into your utilities. Okay, hold it down, the menu, then scroll. Let me get focus on that, where it says HID settings. Now it should say HID standard. Okay, if it says HID standard, all you have to do is click on it, move it to advanced. That's the key. You put it on advanced and you're pretty much ready to go. You get out of your utilities menu, then all you have to do is hit your link button, right? And it's gonna ask you, trying to get that right there, deck 1 or deck 2. Well, considering that I am on the right side, that would be deck 1, that would be deck 2. So all I have to do is the little scroll wheel and get focused. Use the scroll wheel, deck 1, deck 2, choose deck 2 with the jog wheel, press it down, boom, we're ready to go. I hit play here. I get all the information right there on the CDJ. So yeah, man, it's a really exciting day. CDJ 2000s linked up with Serato 2.1. It's crazy. I gotta give a special shout out to my boy DJ Pulse. He actually hit me off with the email, explained to me how to do it, how to set it up. Special shout out to him. I'll put a link to his videos in the description. Go check out his channel. He actually works for Pioneer. He knows what he's talking about. Also, don't forget, if you don't know how to do the firmware update, I'll put a link in the description on how to do the firmware update. It's a 2.1 or one of the older versions, but the same rules apply. Check out my other videos. I have CDJ 2000 tutorials, basically how to do crazy cuts and edits and chops and crabs and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, man. So also follow me on Twitter at DJ Whiplash. All right, and this whole summer, if you get a chance, check me out on tour with Hot Import Nights. We're gonna be in Miami, New York, Boston, Atlanta, LA, Vegas. So yeah, man, if you're in one of those areas, just check me out.